Bring to us your poetry from inspiration sought. Come join us with your images, your verses, words, and thought. From here we'll share your balladry with those who do not know it. This platform's here for you to show the world that you're the poet. Welcome to episode 73 of You're the Poet, the poetry podcast featuring you. I'm host Matt Burgio, and I'm here with co-host Phil Burgio. Phil, welcome.
Happy to be here.
Here at You're the Poet, our purpose is to share our love of poetry with the world and invite you to do the same. We want to start by saying thank you to all of our listeners who have made You're the Poet possible. We hope you enjoy the podcast and the poetry that is shared. If you've written any poetry and you want to share it here, whether you just have an interest in poetry, consider yourself an amateur poet, or are a professional poet with published works, contact us to be a guest on a future episode. This episode is a You're the Poet guest sketch, one of our short format episodes whose twofold purpose is to highlight one of our previous guests and to provide our listeners with some type of content when a full-length episode is not coming out in a given week.
Our featured guest for this You're the Poet guest sketch is Tara Hicks, who's joining us from Scappoose, Oregon. Tara, I have a limerick for you. Here's to our friend Tara Hicks. She could write about mortar and bricks, but she chooses each bit with ingenious wit, avoiding preposterous tricks. Okay, enough from us. Tara, you're the poet. Show us what you've got.
Hello. Thank you, Matt and Phil, for that lovely introduction. It's good to be back on You're the Poet with a featured sketch. You may have heard me on episode 52, and it was part of a roundtable in episode 60. Absolute fun. So I'm very happy to be back. Today, I'd like to read you my poem called Moon Goddess. And it's written towards the end of November when I think one of the largest supermoons we would see in the next several decades was gracing our skies, but we couldn't see it here from the Pacific Northwest. It was so overcast during November and December. But I've been stalking the moon all of 2025. It's inspired quite a bit of poetry for me. And I've been reading a bit on Greek and Roman history. And so throughout the ages, humans have marveled at the moon. The moon has been known as Selene and the moon goddess, so it has been personified. And that's basically what this poem is about, is the personification of the moon in an almost romantic aspect. I hope you enjoy it. This is Moon Goddess by Tara Hicks. Selene graces my night sky as I track her path across the heavens, while she waxes and wanes. She had my soul from the moment I first laid eyes on her. Captivating my heart, I proclaimed her queen of the night. My bright queen carries the scars of battles fought to protect the tides of life. She holds our fate in her orbit, as her chariot carries our dreams and streams bright beams to scatter shadows in the night. Shadows I wear as a cloak to invite her gaze to be touched, to be pierced, to be loved. O Selene, my bright queen, to imagine a world without you is to imagine the death of life itself. Thank you. That was Moon Goddess by Tara Hicks. Hope you liked it. And I hope that you stick around throughout the weeks as You're the Poet publishes more episodes. Remember, you can be on the podcast too. All it takes is, I believe, an email to host at You're the Poet to say that you're interested. You don't have to be a published poet. You can just enjoy writing poetry. And that's how I got started. A fellow amateur poet let me know they'd been on the episode and told me to give it a try. and I've been back a couple times because it is an absolute blast to chat about poetry, to listen to contemporary poetry, to listen to more established poetry. I think, it's just a wonderful format to be heard and to share upon. And I hope that you continue to grow with us here on You're the Poet. So thank you, Matt and Phil, for this wonderful platform and for the pleasure of coming on your show.
Thank you, Tara, for coming back and sharing your poetry with us. We always enjoy it.
Yeah, and as we wrap things up, we want to let our listeners know that we're grateful that you've taken the time to tune in. We hope you're enjoying the poetry shared here, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the podcast and share it with others. If you would like to support You're the Poet and what we're doing here, there are a couple of ways to help. You can find links on our website to our Buy Me a Coffee patron site, as well as our You're the Poet store, where you can buy You're the Poet merchandise and share your love of poetry with the world. Thank you for your support as we continue to grow. Please check out our website and various social media outlets to keep up to date with You're the Poet. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and our website, you'rethepoet.com. To inquire about the podcast and being a guest, or to send us feedback on an episode, send us an email to host@you'rethepoet.com. Until next time, Phil, thanks for joining us.
It was a pleasure. Thanks again to Tara for her continued work in You're the Poet community, and thank you to our audience for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed this guest sketch episode.
Thank you to you both. Goodbye.